Hey, good morning, students. So, yesterday we have studied how to find out the roots of the complex numbers, and to understand how to find out the roots of the complex number, we have solved some problems based on it. Some of the problems I already given to you for the homework. Hope you have solved those problems, and expecting those uh, solved problems on Google Classroom. So, let us solve some more problems on the same. So let us find out the square root of 2i raised to power half. That means square root of 2i. Right? Now in order to find out the square root of 2i, what should we do? Let us assume that z is equals to 2i. Right? And write this 2i in the form of cos theta and sin theta, right? So complex number, its exponential form is e raised to I theta, and it is written as a cos theta plus I times sin theta. So to get this, how should I write it? I should write in the form of cos theta and sin theta. So to get this, let me write this in the form of x plus iy. So x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 1 here. So I can write 2i is equals to 2 into bracket 0 plus I. Now what are the values of cos theta and sin theta? So that I will get this number. So to get sin theta, this is in the form of cos theta plus I times sin theta. So sin theta is a coefficient of I. So coefficient of I is 1. So sin theta you should get 1. So for what value of theta, sin theta is equals to 1? For pi by 2. So sin theta is equals to pi by 2. You got the value of the theta equals to pi by 2. So this implies that theta is equals to pi by 2. Right? And cos theta is equals to, I can say cos theta equals to 0. Here sin theta equals to 1. And therefore this implies, let me write it clearly so that you can understand it well. So here cos theta is equals to 0, sin theta is equals to 1. This implies that the value of theta must be equals to pi by 2, because sin pi by 2 is equals to 1 and cos pi by 2 equals to 0. Right? So theta equals to pi by 2, and therefore I can write the given complex number z equals to 2i can be written as 2 into bracket, what I can write, you have to do this arrangement now, adjustments, right? So cos of pi by 2 plus I times sin of pi by 2, and recheck it whether you are getting the same value or not. Cos pi by 2 is 0 plus I 1, that means you are getting this value, right? Now 2i raised to half, that means this raised to power half will be equals to raised to power half, and cos theta plus I times sin theta raised to power half. Got it? So therefore you will get z raised to power half, that means the square root of this is equals to, I can write this square root into cos of pi by 2 plus I times sin of pi by 2 raised to power half can be written as in exponential form e raised to I theta. So e raised to I theta is equals to pi by 2. Right? So this is the simple form. But one more thing you need to consider here while calculating the nth root of the given complex number. The exponential form is written in the form of e raised to I times theta plus 2 pi k. Right? So I times theta plus 2 pi k by n. N is nth root. Nth root is here half root. So this is half. Got it? So this is the root. Now you can simplify this. And once you simplify, what are the values of k? The values of k are equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Now put the values of k equals to 0, 1, 2, 3 and do calculate the values of roots. Now you will get the multiple roots. Now while writing the multiple roots, you can use the abbreviations such as Z1, Z2, Z3 in this way, right? So let us calculate the first root. The first root will be equals to root 2 into e to the power I. If k, you put the value of k is equals to 0, what you will get? Pi by 2 plus 2 pi divided by 2. So pi by 2 plus 2 pi will become pi by 2 plus 2 pi by 2. You need to multiply by 2. So you will get pi by 2 plus 4 pi by 2. Right? That means, no, first value k is equals to 0. No? So for first case, you will get pi by 4 only. Isn't it? Right. Let us calculate the second root. So while calculating the second root, now you can put the value of k is equals to 1. So if you put the value of k is equals to 1, equate the denominator, then you will get the 4 pi by 2. 4 pi by 2 plus pi by 2 will be 5 pi by 2, and by 2 will be 5 pi by 4. Isn't it? You will get this second root. Let us calculate the third root also. Now while calculating the third root, put the value of k is equals to 2. If you put the value of k is equals to 2 in this equation, you will get 4 pi, right? 4 pi, but you need here at the denominator 2. So 4 pi by 2 multiply by 4, that is 8 pi by 2. 8 pi by 2 plus 5 pi by 2, that means 9 pi by 2. So this will become I times 9 pi by 4. Got it? So these are your three roots of the given complex number. Now you can more simplify this. So this is actually a question various times asked in various competitive exams. So sometimes you get this kind of options. Sometimes the options are in the form of I plus 2, 3 in this way. So you can also modify this. So your Z1 will become how much? Now you can simplify this by putting or rewriting again in the form of cos of pi by 4 plus I times sine of pi by 4. So this can be written as root 2. I will do here and then write there. So your Z1 will become root 2 into bracket cos of pi by 4 plus I times sine of pi by 4. Right? So this will become root 2 into cos pi by 4 means how much? Cos pi by 4. Cos pi by 4 is cos 45. Cos 45 and sin 45 are 1 by root 2. So this will become 1 by root 2 plus I times 1 by root 2. So if you take out root 2 common, you will get 1 plus I. Right? So this is the root. Now being the root, you should write this in the form of plus or minus 1 plus I. Got it? So this is your root. Now do calculate the second root. So this is a plus 1 here because you are not getting minus here. So first root is 1 plus I, positive. Now do calculate the second root. While calculating the second root again, you can use the same thing. So this here you will get 5 pi by 4 and 5 pi by 4. Now what is the values of 5 pi by 4? 5 pi by 4 is coming into third quadrant, and therefore the values of cos and sin theta in the third quadrant both are negative. Right? You might be knowing that table. If you don't know, you should look for that table where the values of cos and sin in the four different quadrants are where it is positive, where it is negative. So you will get here root 2 into, here you will get minus times 1 by root 2 plus, here again you will get minus I into 1 by root 2. So root 2 will get common, negative sign will be a common again, and here you will get 1 plus I. Isn't it? Similarly, you can work out for the third one. Right? I need not to go for the next one, you can do it. So minus time 1 plus I. So in a simple language, I can say if you are asked to calculate only two roots, then your two roots are plus or minus 1 plus I. So this is the solution, or the square root of 2I is equal to plus minus 1 plus I. Got it? Hope you understood this problem also. The same kind of problems we have solved last time, that is yesterday. So now let us go for one more problem. which is somewhat different than this kind of a problems, and then I'll give you again 2-3 more homework problems so that you can work out at home. So let us take the next problem. Let us take the next problem, and the next problem is of a kind: calculate the square root of 6 plus 8i. 6 plus 8i square root, or I can write the same thing into square root of 6 plus 8i. Now, in case, what is the difference between earlier problem and this problem? In case of earlier problems, you are having the values of xy in the form of 1, 2 or 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, where the values of cos theta and sin theta you are getting easily. Now if you compare these values of x plus iy, you are having a value of x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 8. Now 6 and 8 values you will not get for any angle, because the angle values of sin and cos are lying between +1 and -1, whereas here the values of x and y are far greater than plus and minus 1, right? 6 and 8 is far greater than plus and minus 1. So therefore you are having a problem of getting the values of theta here. So whenever you are getting this kind of a problems where the values of angle is not easy to get, in that case how to solve the problem? Now to solve this kind of a problem, let us equate this with xy, that is complex number z is equal to xy, right? Now what kind of value you will get from this? From this you will get its value is equal to, I can square on both sides, this and this, and if you square on both sides you will get 6 plus 8i is equals to x plus iy. Now you will get square on this side, right? And if you square on both sides, after squaring, if you square this bracket, after squaring you will get this is equal to x square minus y square and plus 2 times the multiplication of these two, so 2i into xy. Let me write 2xy into bracket and I outside the bracket, so that after squaring you got this number in the form of x plus iy, right? So let me write here again. So the value of x is equal to x square minus y square, and what is the value of y? The value of y is equal to 2xy. Got it? And if you compare this right hand side with left hand side, by comparing the above equation, you will get the values of real part of the complex number and imaginary part of the complex number. So I can say, comparing on above equation, what you will get? You will get the value of x square minus y square is equal to 6, and the value of 2xy is equals to 8. You got these two values, isn't it? So let us say this is our equation number 1 and this is our equation number 2. Got it? Right? Now what we want to do is we have to calculate the values of x and y, and in order to calculate the values of x and y, let us calculate the value of x square plus y square. Here we are having x square minus y square, right? So what is the value of x square plus y square? X square plus y square, and it's a bracket square, right? So let us expand this bracket. If you expand this, you will get x square first term square plus second term square plus 2 times first term into second term, right? What I want the value for x square plus y square, but I do not have x square plus y square anywhere in the equation, but I am having x square minus y square. So readjust this so that here you will get x square minus y square. So on left hand side, how you will get the x square minus y square? You will get x square minus y square only when you are having the term on right hand side x square plus y square minus time 2xy, right? So let us minus 2x square y square. If you are subtracting this term, you should add this term here also. So plus x square y square, so that there will not be change in the right hand side. Got it? And therefore now this term minus this term will give you x square minus y square bracket square, right? Because this is acting as x, this is acting as a y, and you will get this kind of term plus. Now what are the remaining? This plus this will give you 4 times x square y square. Got? So hope you have understood this step. This is a simple one, but you should understood this, right? Now you can write the values of x square plus y square easily. So x square plus y square bracket square will give you x square minus y square, it's a square, plus 4x square y square. We are having 2xy, so 2xy square, I can write this, right? What is this? This is nothing but 2xy, it's a square. So this is 2xy square, its a square is 8 square. So 6 square plus 8 square, 6 square is 36 and 8 square is 64. 36 plus 64, how much? 36 plus 6 is 70 and 30, 100. So you will get this is equals to 100. It means that the value of x square plus y square is equals to 10. Let us indicate this with equation number 3. So we got the values of x square plus y square is equals to 10. Now observe equation number 1 and 3. What we want? We want to calculate the values of x and y, right? And to calculate the values of x and y, what we should do? We should add and subtract equation number 1 and 2, so that we will get the equation, 1 and 3, so that we will get the values of x and y. So if we add equation number 1 and 3, what we will get? We will get x square minus y square plus x square plus y square, right? So y square will get eliminated and you will get 2x square is equal to 10 plus 6 is 16. Shall I write directly? I'll write here, add equation 1 and 3. Now after adding equation 1 and 3, you will get x square minus y square plus x square plus y square is equal to 6 plus 10. So this will give me 2x square is equal to 16, which gives the values of x square is equals to 8, and this gives us the value of x is equal to plus minus root 8. Now this root 8 you can write 4 into 2, so 2 root 2 also you can write 2 root 2. Got it? Similarly, do calculate the value of y. Let me make the square bracket to it. Now value of y can be calculated by using again equation number 1 and 3, right? But to get the value of y, what should I do is I will subtract equation number 1 from 3. So equation number 3 minus 1 will give me x square plus y square minus x square minus plus y square. So x square will be eliminated and you will get 2y square. So I can do in the next step 3 minus 1. I will write directly equation number 3 minus equation number will give how much? Shall I write directly 2y square here? So x square plus y square minus x square minus plus y square, so 2y square. So this is 2y square is equal to 10 minus 6 is a 4, right? And this implies y square is equals to 2. This gives me y is equal to plus minus root 2, right? Now you got this one, isn't it? And now you can write the given complex number. Now what is your given complex number? It is in the form of x plus iy. So x plus iy is equal to how much? Plus minus root 8 plus I root 2. or you can write the same here. Instead of root 8 you can write 2 root 2, and you can take out common root 2 also, and inside the bracket you will get 2 plus I. Got it? So this is the given complex number. Now one more thing is important here. In order to decide the sign of x and y, sign of x and y, that means sign of this term and this term is not decided. This plus minus sign is because of the square root. It's not because of that sign. Now to decide the sign you can use equation number 2. Now both equation, in case of equation number 2 is your 2xy is equals to 8. Right? So in both the case you are getting here positive value, but I can write here to decide the sign, to decide sign of x and y, use equation number 2. Isn't it? So in this way the answer of the given problem, square root of 6 plus 8i is equal to plus minus root 2 into bracket 2 plus I, or you can write plus minus root 8 plus I root 2, right? And now let us go for homework problems. Homework problems. Everyone is supposed to solve the problems. Take the photo after solving the problem and attach it to the Google Classroom, right? So the homework problem is square root of homework problem, I can say. Problem number 1. 1 minus root 3i, 1 minus root 3i. Find out the square root of 1 minus root 3i. And the second problem is, root 3 minus I raised to power 1 by 7, that is 7th root. Find the 7th root of root 3 minus I. Third problem is find the cube root of minus 1. Minus 1. Yesterday I think the cube root problems were there. I don't know whether this was there or not, but cube root of unity was there, right? So these are some problems for you, 3 homework problems, and we'll meet tomorrow in the next video with next topics, right? So we'll stop here. Thank you.